Hi, Patrick Phillip here at Effective Martial Arts Home Edition. In this lesson, the 4 most important bodyweight training exercises for beginners. Alright, so we're going to start by doing a quick overview first, and then we'll go into more detail on the why and the how of each one of those exercises. So this is going to be great for you if you're not yet used to resistance training, or if you are training on a regular basis and you want to initiate somebody else to resistance training to make sure they get in great shape as well. It also serves very well as a warm-up that you can do when you're starting or when you do a very quick workout because it hits all the major muscle groups in the human body. So here it goes. Quick overview. Number 1 is the squat. Classic squat, feet slightly wider than the shoulders, going down, hips to the knees, lower back straight from another angle, squat like so. And more details on common mistakes coming up later. Number 2, arguably the most important ab exercise, ball crunches. Or when we say martial arts, guard seals. Bringing the knees to the shoulders and holding the contraction in the ab region. Number 3, slow motion fly claps with a nice back arch. So the back is the most neglected muscle group in bodyweight training, and we really want to change that. It's an essential exercise for posture as well as joint health because we're hitting the rotator cuffs in the back of the shoulders. Number 4, the classic push-up. Tried and true, classic exercise. You got many different variations depending on the resistance that you want, and make sure you avoid these important common mistakes that we're going to go into detail a little bit later in this video. So make sure you watch till the end. Alright, so more detail, the classic squat. Making sure that we have good posture when we go down. So common mistakes is the knees are not above the toes. Sometimes the feet are too wide or feet are too narrow, you can't go down. So you want to have the feet slightly wider than the shoulders, and make sure when you go down, the knees stay above the toes. Sometimes the knees kind of curve in over here, or they go too wide on the outside. You want the knees right above the toes, so all your muscles are in line to have good alignment in your joints, and that's going to hit the right muscles. Another common mistake as well is sometimes people bend the lower back. So you don't want to bend your lower back like this and look down when you do your squat. You want to stick your bum out. You don't want to exaggerate it either, like arching your back, but you want to have a nice neutral straight spine when you do the squat. So here, sticking the bum out, not too much, and make sure our lower back is straight and go right back up. Ideally, you want to be able to bring your hips same height as the knees, but if you're not yet used to training, sometimes there's a little bit of hip impingement. You just want to go as low as you're comfortable going. Also, make sure you're properly warmed up. So check out our warm-up for martial arts video, and that serves for any other physical activity as well. So you always want to ease into your warm-up, especially if you're not used to training, and especially as you get a little bit older, you don't want to just go in full out on your exercises. As you get more comfortable with the squat, you can start grabbing weights, anything you can carry to add weight. And we're going to go into more variations for the squats later. So we have a whole playlist on bodyweight fitness training, and we give you many more exercises for each muscle group. So check it out if you haven't already. So moving on. First one is the squat, fundamental exercise. Make sure we have strong legs. This is the foundation. It's our grip on the ground. We want to make sure that our legs are nice and strong. The second one, ball crunches, making sure we're able to bring our knees to our chest and forming a round spine. This is really important. It's a very functional exercise because you want your abs to be able to hold your body together and be able to crunch in a ball. And there's many instances in physical activities, sports, and especially martial arts where you want to form a tight ball with your body, especially for grappling. So we have a whole series of abs for grappling videos. Check those out. But the most important one should definitely be the ball crunches, also known as guard seals for those who are into grappling. So here, bring the knees to the chest and holding it for 3 to 5 seconds. Feel a good contraction in the abs. Here, extend, feet do not touch the ground, and bring it in like so. Ball crunches. And number 3, the slow motion fly claps. This is really important because it'll force us to do the opposite as we just did. So as we were rounding our spine, we also want to be able to arch our spine, and we'll have good stability in the lower back. So by holding our head up, feet up, hands up, we're putting tension on our lower back, and our lower back is meant to offer stability, especially for the squats that we did earlier. So we want our lower back to be strong, and we want to be able to hold this position. At the same time, what we're doing here is we're hitting the back of the shoulder, specifically the rotator cuffs. So this does the external rotation of the shoulder, and by moving all the way down and all the way up, we're really hitting all the muscle fibers of the rotator cuffs. So I'll give you guys a little bit closer look. What we're doing here is the opposite would be, especially if we train a lot of chest, and people neglect the back a lot in bodyweight training specifically. So it's great if you have something to hang off of, to do pull-ups or rows. So anything is a pulling motion will hit your back. But if you don't have that, the fundamental exercise will just be this one, because it'll force you to have good posture. So the opposite, we often see people, they're doing, especially beginners, they do a little bit, they don't know what to do in terms of bodyweight training. So the classic is to do push-ups. But if you do too many push-ups and you don't balance it out with good muscle balance with the back, you're gonna wind up with rounded shoulders. And sometimes you see even big guys at the gym, they wind up looking like this. Shoulders are going forward because they do too much chest. Maybe they train the back, but they don't do the rotator cuff. So that's really what we're doing with the rotator cuffs. We're going from rounded shoulder to pulled back shoulder. This will really correct your posture. So moving your shoulders back, so your thumbs pointing forward, then thumbs pointing back. So if you're lying on your stomach, the thumbs now are pointing towards the ceiling here. And that forces us to pull our shoulders backwards. And you may be seeing those ads for the like harnesses that pull your shoulders back and correct your posture instantly. You don't need that. You just need to do this exercise to correct the muscle balance in your body so that naturally you'll have a nice straight posture with your shoulders back, makes you look more confident, makes you look taller, and is just generally better for your joint health. So otherwise you could possibly even develop tendonitis in your shoulders if you don't balance out the exercises. So slow motion fly claps, very important exercise for bodyweight training. And the last exercise, the classic push-up, making sure we got good form. So the key here, common mistakes, is that usually it has to do with the abs are not strong enough. So maybe the person kind of dips the abs over here, and then there's a kind of a dip in the lower back, and then you kind of go up like this and the hips follow. So if the hips are not connected to the shoulders in a straight line, that would be poor execution. So we're not really focusing on the chest muscles and triceps, which we want to be doing. So it's better to lighten the load if necessary. So I like to do it on the fists because it strengthens the wrist at the same time, and it's good to develop punching power, but it's equally good to do it on the hands as well. You want a nice neutral position. Sometimes you can go wider, sometimes you can go tighter, but I like a nice neutral position, 45 degrees. So the elbows are just going to the side like so. And the key here is really to open the chest and close the chest. Open the chest and close. So open and close. The classic pushing motion. So you should feel it in your chest. You feel a stretch, you feel a contraction. So it's better to do it on the knees like so and have proper form. So you want to have tension in your abs. If you were to get punched in the stomach at this point, you could take it because you want to have your abs contracted. If your abs are loose, it's going to look sloppy like this. You want to contract your abs and keep them contracted the whole time you go down. Touch the chest lightly on the ground, but don't rest. Lightly and go up. Even that, some people, they're not in great shape yet, and it's better then to lighten the load even more, where you can do here, just go halfway down and back up. But again, we're stretching the chest and contracting the chest, keeping always the contraction in the abs. So that's a classic push-up, another staple of your bodyweight training. And there you have it, guys. Super simple. 4 exercises: the squat, ball crunches, slow motion fly claps, and the push-up. These are really the 4 foundational exercises that you should do regularly. And if you're not yet practicing your fitness with resistance training, you should do these exercises on a regular basis. So that gives you a nice full body workout. If you are just starting, I recommend going very light. So maybe you do 1 set of 8 to 10 reps for each one. The whole thing could take you just 10 minutes, and you take as much breaks as you need to. So when you're just starting, really make sure that you ease into it. So you do a workout, your first workout, maybe it's going to be 10 minutes, 15 minutes with a proper warm-up before. So again, check out our warm-up video on how to properly warm up all the joints in your body and elevate your temperature before you start working out. And conversely, if you're already in pretty good shape, you can use these 4 exercises as a warm-up just to activate the blood flow in your entire body. Also, if you're a coach or an instructor and you want to help beginners get in great shape, these exercises should be the foundation of your fitness training program with Bodyweight. And if you teach martial arts, sometimes we don't have any equipment, so these are great exercises to integrate into your martial arts classes. Too often, people focus too much on just push-ups And like I said, you want to balance it out, especially with the back exercises. And as much as possible, you want your exercises to be functional. So just the squat, that's going to be great to change our level in striking. It's a foundational exercise to be able to do takedowns eventually. The push-up will help you develop your chest and have good punching power. Your abs, like we said, for grappling, essential to be able to round your body, make a round spine so you can roll on the ground and be mobile on your back. And like I said, the back arches, this is really important for your posture. So this is not only for your skill, but also for your postural health long term. So if you want more ideas to train all those different body parts, check out our bodyweight resistance training playlist, cards above, so you can see all the exercises that you do for each. So there's one video per muscle group. So legs, abs, chest, and back, which are all the major muscle groups. And we give you a bunch of ideas for each one of those. So as you progress in your fitness training, you want to definitely diversify. And whereas you want to start slow when you're just starting, you definitely want to increase then the intensity and the reps and the load on each one of those exercises. So we give you many ideas to do so. The goal in general, whether you've never trained before or you're used to training, is always to aim for light soreness the next day. So if you feel a nice pump in your muscles, you feel that you've worked, that's good, but you don't want to go too far and then not be able to move the next day. The goal is to keep on training on a regular basis, and you don't want to overexert yourself, especially when you're just starting out. So check out those videos, guys. Let us know if you have any questions in the comments below. If you've liked this video, like, and for more fitness and martial arts tutorials, subscribe to our channel right now. We got great content for you guys in striking, wrestling, and grappling, complemented with a lot of fitness to make sure we're strong and we're able to do those techniques, and a lot of talks as well to help develop your mind and help you improve faster. Till next time, Patrick Phillip here at Effective Martial Arts Home Edition. Thank you very much for watching. Practice well.